Hello there, Kanokarob here, and we are standing at our harvest altar in the middle, well, actually at the edge of our Newintown settlement. Last episode we completed the construction of this altar and kind of got started taking a look at the trades that the harvest goddess has for us. And this is going to be kind of our final goal for the Newintown harvest pack. I don't know if we're going to really focus on all of this right now because it is going to take quite a long time to work up to the reward, the boon, whatever it is that whatever effect the harvest goddess grants us when we do all these things. But it's going to take a lot of time to grow all of these ingredients and cook them all. It's not inexpensive. It's definitely something to work towards, something to focus on, but it's going to take a lot of focus to do, and I don't know that we have the time or patience to do it right now. So we'll kind of start, preparing, doing some things to be able to work intermittently on this as we grow more food, but I think we want to grow quite a lot of these plants here. And probably get a good infrastructure for the rest of the Minecraft plants, which leads us into the first structure that we're going to try to work on today, at the very least, which is in Skunk Monkey's custom aesthetic recipes. I think we want to do a pumpkin field. I think that'll be a nice place to grow both pumpkins and watermelons, both of which we'll need for various, at least one thing with the harvest goddess and probably some other, maybe like desserts or things like that. I'm not entirely sure. So we'll definitely we'll do pumpkin pies for sure. So yes, I think we're going to work on the pumpkin field and use it to grow both pumpkins and watermelons. I think we have watermelon seeds somewhere, if I recall. But we definitely have pumpkins. So let's go ahead, let's go to our homestead, see what materials we already have, and see what we need. So we'll hop in here. So we need pumpkin seeds. Looks like, where's the 8 pumpkin seeds, super duper easy. 16 gravel, we can get that pretty easily if we don't already. Oak logs and stone, we'll basically not have to worry about. 4 oak logs, 16 stone, pretty cool. Iron ingots, we need 8, reasonable. Torches, I don't see torches on there, we'll have to see. Interesting. Stone hoe, we just need the 1, and water bucket, just the 1. Okay, so we definitely have the gravel. Was it 16, I think? Advancements. 16 gravel. Do we have pumpkin seeds already? Oh, we do have melon seeds, thank goodness. We don't need those for the recipe, but I'm going to put them in there. Oh, we have 8 pumpkin seeds already. We don't even have to break any down. That's pretty cool. Go ahead and put those in there. So let's see. We needed the oak logs, which we'll just grab from our resource silo, the stone as well. We need a stone hoe and 8 iron ingots. So we'll need to get a little more iron. I'll go ahead and just craft these up because there's no reason to have the ingots. We'll have to go to the nether for the extra iron. I'm throwing stuff. Let's go ahead and make the stone hoe. There we go. So we got the stone hoe. We'll need another bucket. Oh, we have another bucket. Fantastic. So we'll fill that with water. Yes, indeed. Oh, we're going to update our map after this, I think. That'll be cool. See how our town is growing. So we've got all of that, so we need just the iron, the oak logs, and the stone, I do believe, and maybe torches? We'll see. We'll see if there's something that either I'm missing or that the recipe's missing. So let's go to the nether real quick, and by the time we get back, we should be safe enough to travel back to our home and sleep for the night. So we'll hop in here, grab a little bit of iron. Here we go, and not that way. All right, this way. Okay, so we don't need tons, since we have a bucket. That is all that we need, but let's go ahead and grab just a bunch here so that we don't have to come back here super duper often, if we don't need to. At some point we'll come back here and focus specifically on more counter-offensive recipes, but it's not a priority right this second. That should be more than enough, I think, for a good long while. We'll head back home, go to sleep, and build the pumpkin patch. Oh, I can hear it build the pumpkin patch and add some melons to it. Alrighty, let's not go to the lumberer. I should put a sign on here, or just block the door entirely. I've learned now whenever I play Newintown on my own or on other servers, to not put my homestead and lumber mill next to each other because they face the same direction and I always get confused. I can remember which direction my homestead faces and approach it the right direction, but if there's a lumber mill right in front of it or right behind it, I'm always going to go there first. So now I don't do that. Okay. I think that is everything. So where do we want our pumpkin patch? Probably over here with our farms and such. At some point, as I said, we'll definitely get some roads going. Probably, I don't think I want to extend any more this way without roads. But I think over here we can definitely do something. Right here looks like a good spot. We'll need to make sure, get the librarians out of the way. So let's go ahead and fill this up if I can remember how it went. Let's see, pumpkin seeds there. What else did we need? Oh, the stone and logs. And I got that a little wrong. So pumpkin seeds go here, water bucket there. Oh, there's the torches, 10 torches. I figured I must be missing something. I do have torches here. Good, good. So then it's just the 16 stone and 4 logs, correct? Yep. So let's go to our resource silo real quick. Hop on over here. We don't have a huge supply. The resource silo can store over 3 double chests of things. But of course we're using them frequently enough that we don't have these lamps lit up. They normally would light up when a chest is starting to fill up. But we barely are filling up our barrels. So we're not getting those lights. But that's okay. I mean, it's really for like, they only store that much for if you like had tons and tons of mines and lumber mills, or were mining and chopping down logs at your own leisure, and filling up your silos. So it doesn't need to have that much. We're obviously supporting ourselves just fine without it. Alrighty, so here is our magnificent pumpkin patch, and I think we're gonna go ahead and stick a melon right there, melon right here. That's kind of nice. There's already some empty spots to set these down. That should be... Oh, there's some soul sand here. That's interesting. There's a slot right there. So hopefully the melons can grow on like coarse dirt and stuff. That is not farmland. Okay. Yep, I think we're all filled up here. So we should have a cute looking pumpkin patch that'll also sprout some melons for us in due time. We do gotta wait for those to grow since we don't have a ton of bone meal, I don't believe. Not in here for sure. So let's go, well, real quick while I'm right here, let us purchase some plants or harvest some plants here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Oh. There we go. So we can put that back and put these away. Unfortunately, I think as I mentioned, I don't think this tomato is going to be of much use to us. But you know, we'll keep it. Maybe we'll wear a tomato on our head at some point. Okay, so let's put these away. We don't need those. And yes, we don't have bone meal. That's something we should work on, is figuring out how to get bone meal. Finding a source of bones and such. Alright, let's fill our map back up and see how our town is looking now. So we've got our pumpkin patch, we've got our whole little harvest, district right over there with the garden and the farm. So all that is right next to the town, which I think is perfectly reasonable. But I think if we expand any more, we're probably going to use some roads. Roads and bridges. So with that said, do we want to build anything now that we can think of? So fountains, definitely going to go in the park section, which will also be filled with the official aesthetic structures. Don't really need a doghouse. As I've said, I don't really want a wolf. I don't do well with pet wolves. We'll put a decorative pond and tree over there. We could start working on the New in Town quill add-on. It is mostly aesthetic, but they're really, really cool, really pretty, and very expensive to kind of make up for how massive and full of content they are, even if it is mostly aesthetic content. Bee Forest Iron Golem Farm, I think we're not going to worry about right this second. at some point the mob hunter might actually be useful here. Building permit, iron sword, a shield, rotten flesh, and a bunch of logs and stone. That might be something to work on here. Along with some roads. Maybe if we put the mob hunter right here next to the adventure guild. I think that sounds kind of nice. So let's go to the over here, the zombie grinder, and grab some rotten flesh. We'll hang out there for a couple of minutes. We need 16 rotten flesh, and then everything else we can make back at the town. Pretty inexpensive, except for the logs and stone, and even even accounting for that, pretty inexpensive given how much we have. Put an extra torch right here. Okay. So let's see here, get some zombies going. Come on, guys. Do I have any rotten? No, I don't already have any. But that's okay. So we'll just kind of hang out here for a minute, get these... oh, I thought I saw a poof. Did I not? Guess not. So we'll get just 16 rotten flesh. Shouldn't take too long. And then we'll go and build a mob hunter and see what that's all about. Hopefully that'll be a nice supply of bones. That would be very much appreciated. Okay, slide on in, guys. Good job. Come on. Hey, guys. Yes, yes. Oh, there you go. Oh, I didn't get my looting sword. I should do that. Let's grab that real quick. Ooh. Ah, come on. There we go. Good, good. So they're on their way. I really wish they could see through glass. One day we might swap these out with signs. But that's just going to be an annoying process. And I'm not even entirely certain they can see through signs. I think they can. But I'm not sure. Come on. Come on. Good, good. Just because I know it's not a very efficient farm by design, doesn't mean that I don't wish that it could just, work a little bit better than it currently is. That's 14. We're not going to have to be here for too much longer. I wish I could grab that. But that's okay. Oh, more death. Here we go. 16 rotten flesh. And that is all that we need. So I'm just going to go ahead and slap that back right there. Silk touch pickaxe. And we'll go back home. So we need 1 iron sword and 1 shield. Ooh, swap those. And then the rest, logs and stone. Don't know exactly how much. We'll check when we get back there. But I think we'll put it, right next to the Adventure Guild. I think that'll be nice. Ooh, that's really cool. The Adventure Guild is in the shadow of the floating island right now. That's pretty sweet. Okay. So, we need to go to the homestead and craft the shield and iron sword. Shouldn't be too difficult at all. I don't have an iron sword on me already, do I? No. I don't remember exactly how to make. Is it an iron and wood like that? Is it like that? There we go. And then the sword. Okay, so we can put that back. So we have all of that. We'll need to get a building permit. I should just buy a whole bunch. Oh my gosh, I don't have any gold. Oh, it's all in the treasury, duh. So we'll need a building permit, and then we need, looks like 32 plus 8 logs and 64 stone. So let's go to the resource silo. Here, 32 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ah! Come on. There we go. Okay, and then the stone, we just need a whole stack. Magical. Ooh. Ah, why do I keep... Please, go. Thank you. All right. And then we'll hop into the treasury and... actually, I'm going to real quick look at what our librarian has for us today. Silk Touch Unbreaking. Man. You haven't been useful in forever. Okay, so let's go back here and grab just 4 gold ingots. Maybe I'll grab like a stack or something. Oh, we have a... Oh my goodness. Okay, we need to empty this. Yes, we'll do that, and we'll put all this in here, but I'll keep a stack on me to put in the homestead for when we do need to, so that we don't have to run quite as far to get more gold when we do need more permits and stuff. In fact, I think probably I'll buy a couple of permits here. Let's do like 8. That should be plenty. So we have all of that. Let's go to the Adventure Guild and build the Mob Hunter, and then we'll put stuff away after we take a look at what he has for us, because hopefully he'll also be buying gold. And then we can just take advantage of that and get some bone meal, assuming he sells bones, which I hope so. Okay. Here's our Mob Hunter. So let's see what Tom Bohemia has in store for us here. Once again, he's invisible. Oh, this is... Wait. What? That's not right. Hold on. Mob Hunter. Forward. Okay. That's okay. It looks like a small glitch here with the setup of his advancements for the custom recipes, but that's okay because now we have a forge, I guess, which is just as fine. So the forge here, you can see, will actually help save us some time potentially. We can exchange the iron ore with a single gold ingot for 10 iron ingots. And interestingly, 10 gold ore and a gold ingot for 10 gold ingots, which is a little bit funny, but just kind of accelerates our smelting capabilities. We can also exchange gold for iron and twice as much iron for gold. So interesting, mostly just as a time save. We can purchase either just the ingots one way or the other, or just have him smelt for us immediately instead of having to wait around for it. Do kind of... Oh, nope, there we go. Do kind of wish that we had a Mob Hunter, because I would have hoped that that would have given us some bones. But that's okay. So let's take a look then and look at what else we want to make. If anything. So we have the crossbow table. I really don't have any interest in crossbows. Especially we have our bow, so we're already pretty set there. With the Moneymaker add-on, this is also really cool, similar to the Harvest add-on. I think I've mentioned it kind of intermingles with itself. I don't know what's what I want to focus on right now. So maybe we'll spend this episode, let's see what we can do here. So we could do the art gallery. Really beautiful structure, from what I saw from the pictures on Planet Minecraft. A lot of sandstone though. I don't really want to go mining for sandstone right now. The municipal library is also really cool. That might be what we do. Pretty expensive in terms of bookshelves for sure. And item frames. Oh my gosh, we need tons of leather to do this. I mean, we have the gold, we can buy it. The sugar cane's gonna be the main time consuming bit, because we gotta wait for all that to grow. But let's see what our sugar cane supply is looking like, and see, maybe we'll have enough resources to be able to do that. If not, if so, then I think we'll do that and call it a day once we build it. Oh, I don't have any sugarcane growing at all. Do I? I thought I had some at my fishery. I guess not. Do I have any sugarcane period to start growing? I hope so. Unless I started growing it elsewhere? Uh-oh. I might have to go on an adventure to search for sugarcane. I must have used it all. Did I? Yeah, I used it all to build the wizard tower, and I must have used it for something else too, and then didn't replace it at the fishery after I had built whatever it was I built. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, so we'll have to go out and search for sugarcane at some point. Don't think I want to do that right now. So, with that said, it hasn't been very long. I think what we want to do, I think it's time. I think you know what time it is. I think it's time to go into the mysterious portal. So, if you don't recall, way back when we were, I believe, preparing for the invasion, or something, or just doing things for the end city, we opened this mysterious portal. We shot a phantom with a spectral arrow, and when we killed it, this portal structure appeared. So let's go ahead and hop on in and see what's on the other side. Oh, we're in the middle of the air. Okay. Is there anything around us? There we go. So this is the in-between. This is one of the dimensions added by New in Town Dimensions. We're going to have to go back and get some blocks to build a bridge with. Yeah, let's talk about it more once we get to the mainland. Let's go ahead and grab some logs, I think, and we'll build a nice bridge. I think I'll grab a workbench as well from our homestead so that we can just kind of have that already made for us. Maybe some chests or something, because we're going to need quite a bit. So, what am I doing? Oh, I don't have a workbench. Okay, so I'll make a workbench real quick. Good. Ooh, there we go. And grab some logs. I'm not going to bring anything else. We are going to come back to the overworld, but I do want to talk a bit about what to expect in the in-between once we kind of get settled in. So let's hop back on in there, and we'll build a nice looking bridge over to one of the mainland islands. So hop back in. Whoop. There we go. And what's going to be the most promising direction to go? I'm thinking that way. So let's go ahead and oh nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Let's do that, and then we'll make a little platform here. Good, so that we don't end up hurting ourselves falling off into the void. These are floating islands, obviously, but this is not above the overworld. If you fall here, you die. This is not a stacked worlds type situation. You don't go to the overworld, you don't go to any other dimension. This is the in-between. It's the space between dimensions. It is not above anything. So, let's place down this workbench and make a couple of fence gates. Yes, indeed. So is it like this? I always forget. Oh, that's only 12. Well, that's a good start. So yes, let's build a bridge over to there. I think I'm gonna take this log if it'll give it to me. Haha. Hey, that's not where I wanted to put that. So this is the in-between. This dimension is how we will access all of the other dimensions of New in Town. We're gonna go ahead and build this bridge over there, but we'll be able to see kinda, hopefully soon-ish. Can we see already? I don't think so. Oh, there's a ruined portal over there. Cool. So we'll get some loot from that. But the in-between is filled with other... This is the portal we came in from, of course. So it spawned kind of wherever it's going to link to in the overworld. But the in-between is filled with naturally generating portals that, instead of going to the overworld, go to completely new dimensions, of which there are 3 for the New in Town Dimensions add-on. New in Town Dimensions pre-release, I should say. I do want to make sure I preface this strongly enough. This is basically a pre-release that is available. You can download it on Planet Minecraft, and it is incomplete. And when it is complete, it is going to be actually roped into the base New in Town pack. So instead of downloading it separately, it will be part of the complete New in Town story. Separate from the Tyrant Saga, it's meant to be kind of late game, end game, slash new game, sort of. Completely new story, new challenges, new dimensions, and new structures to build, which we'll get to. But first I want to get to the mainland, and we'll be able to kind of take a look around and see what we're looking at. At some point, we will expand this even more and get fence gates going. But I want to start off by just getting to the mainland, and then we'll explore a little bit. So let's do this and that. There we go. Ooh, come on. There it is. So, while we're right here, let's go ahead and check out this ruined portal. You cannot travel to the Nether from the in-between. That is an important thing to note. And there's basically nothing useful in here, so we're just going to leave it. But even if this portal were complete, even if you build a new portal, you cannot travel to the Nether from the in-between. you can only travel to the 3 other dimensions or to the overworld from your portal that you entered from. So let's see if we're able to find one of these portals. They're pretty common, but because of their color scheme, they can be a bit tricky to locate. Fortunately, the in-between is a constant kind of daylight dawn type situation, and even in the dark, hostile mobs do not spawn. So right now we're in the Woolen Woods biome. So the only things that spawn here are sheep and llamas. We have some really, really beautiful, little ponds of water everywhere, basically. Flowers, and you see the sparkles all around us. So this is a very magical, very ethereal place to be in, and very peaceful. But we need to find a portal. The best way to do so is, well, I'd say the best way to do so in the Woolen Woods is to travel kind of diagonally and just keep an eye on the cardinal directions. We definitely don't want to get lost either, so we're going to place these markers pretty frequently. But we keep looking around. It's a little hard to see. The woods are pretty dense, and as I said, the color scheme of the portals, they're gray, so they really fit in with the kind of desaturated green and gray gravel of the dimension. But they are locatable, so we just need to keep our eyes peeled for anything that stands out to us against the forest. Alrighty, keep looking around here. Surely we're getting close-ish to one. Do we see any over there? Oh, I see stone brick way over there. Okay, so let's go this way. Let's take care of this. The water, of course, with the way it generates, sometimes it can create weird puddles like that. Not a big deal, obviously. You just push them aside, ignore them, pick them up with water bucket. Alrighty. So here is our first portal. Oh, come on. Let's go ahead and, well, we'll hold on to the flowers. We might need some of them at some point. So here's our first portal. So when you find a portal, there's no way of knowing which of the dimensions it's going to take you to. So once we enter, it'll lock on, and it'll decide which dimension it's going to attach to. But to start with, we have no idea. So we're going to be entering blind. Okay, very cool. So we are in now the Primordial Desert. This is a very, very harsh dimension to live in. As you can see, there's hoglins just everywhere, and it's basically endless desert as far as you can see. There's lots of stuff to do here, but it requires lots of, wide-reaching exploration. We've got lots of rabbits here, and then just cacti and bushes and sand. All the way to the horizon, but there's lots to do in here. It is getting dark, and I really don't want to be in the Primordial Desert at night, so I think we're gonna go ahead and make a gentle, polite retreat. So there is the direction we came from. Now from here, now that we found a portal, theoretically it's easier to find another one. So we're going to move on and go in this direction and try to find a different dimension. Specifically, we're looking for the Buried Ocean dimension. Obviously, as I said, when we find a portal, we're not going to know which dimension it's going to take us to. It could just be the Primordial Desert again. But the Buried Ocean has the most content completed, so it's going to be what we focus on the most when we find it. As we move on into working on dimensions content. So let's go this way and make sure we're leaving a clear path for ourselves. It looks like we're going to be moving into some wooded hills, which aren't too much different from the Woolen Woods. They're just a little brighter, a little more verdant, we'll say. Okay. Oh, yep, there's a portal down there. Very cool. Oh, wow, yeah, it is. Got a nice little pretty valley right there. I like it. All right, let's leave a nice trail for ourselves as we travel down very, very carefully. Okay, want to be right here. And let's get a shovel going. We've got to be really, really careful as we make our way down here. So let's put a cobblestone right here. Oh, you know what? It might mean to some water. Make a little waterfall down there. Okay. So pop back up here and grab some. Here we go. Is there water in one of these trees? The gravel in water sometimes, just because of the way that that particular kind of feature generates in Minecraft. They generate after the trees, no matter what order you put them in. So sometimes those things can end up in the leaves of the trees. Bit silly, but oh, there's some water right there. Oh well. But honestly, not too big of an issue. Kind of makes chopping down the trees a little bit funny. Let's do that. Not quite, actually. So what we'll do is this, and then that. And that should attach the waterfalls. Perfect. Perfect. So, obviously that's the direction we're going to return to, up the waterfall. Let's see where this portal takes us. Here we go, the buried ocean. So, hopefully not too dark for you guys. It is a cave dimension. It has a roof, has another roof. But as you can see, I'm sure you can see the lights under the water. We are on the surface of an ocean. Ooh, look at that, a floating island. We'll wait to explore that until a little bit later. But this is the dimension we're going to be focusing on starting, I suppose, now next episode. We're going to need to do one quick thing in the overworld, and then prepare an expedition here. But ooh, there's a biome already, a Mystic Roughs, that we can go explore after we get set up here. But this is a completely underground ocean is the idea. So we're right now in a pristine sea biome, so we've got a little bit of light at the ocean floor. It's not too deep. We got some fish spawning, but it's still dangerous. The buried ocean is a very dangerous world because it has drowned. It has so many drowned, and because of the large amount of drowned that spawn, it kind of, by nature of Minecraft spawning, increases the odds of drowned that have trident spawning. So really treacherous to explore, but very rewarding. You see there's a floating island over there, floating island over there. Those have really great treasure. So we have lots to do in this dimension, including a new structure setup that we can start working on. So similar to our town, in the buried ocean, we're going to be building a fleet of ships, which is going to be really cool. So let's go ahead and head back to the overworld. We have a few things to do there before we can do that, and then we'll return here and hopefully be able to spend most of our time there, moving forward with the series, until we decide to kind of give up and return back to the overworld, to work on more custom structures. But I think at this point you guys have waited long enough to see what's on the other side of the portal. And in addition to exploring the buried ocean, working on our fleet, we'll also explore some of the other dimensions. The third dimension, the Tempest, is a little bit less far along. It is probably mostly finished in terms of world generation, but doesn't have a lot of structures, not a whole lot to really explore. In terms of like loot and stuff, it's mostly just a really beautiful, dangerous world, but really cool to look at. So we might go take a peek if we find another portal. And we'll also explore more of the in-between. There's not too much left here, but there are some extra features that make it really fun and interesting to explore as you're searching for portals to other worlds. Which direction do we go from here? Gosh, I hope we're not lost. Was it that way? Oh dear. Yep, there's some cobblestone. Okay, back on track. Probably should have put another cobblestone there so that didn't happen again, but that's okay. Oh gosh, there it is. Okay. At some point we'll need to find a way to make a more clear path. Maybe we'll bring a diamond shovel and make a grass path through here. Obviously it'll get interrupted by the water and the gravel, but I think that'll be a more visible path than just the cobblestone torches. They'll kind of work in tandem with each other to guide us through the forest to our portals. But the Primordial Desert has a lot to do, but it's far between each other. So really, really rewarding. Some cool loot and treasures and structures to explore. But because of the nature of the Primordial Desert, which does have other biomes, they're kind of pocketed between as well, but takes some time to explore. I think we're going to go ahead and make a chest here, because we don't need to bring all of this back with us. Not right here. So let's just go ahead and drop all that in there, the wood as well. We'll go back to the overworld, and I think we'll start preparing to wrap up for this episode. Ooh, let's go to sleep. So we'll pop back in bed, but there's plenty to do as we start to explore the dimensions. As I said, it is a pre-release. It's going to be roped into New in Town proper, but right now it is a separate pack, and it is only compatible up to 1.16. However, if you want to take a look at the beta and get involved with testing in 1.17, it's currently up. The beta version is currently updated to version 21, snapshot 21W10A, and you can learn how to get involved with that process by joining our Discord server. So with that said, if you guys enjoyed this episode, please remember to leave a like and share with your friends. Also remember to remember to subscribe so you can keep an eye on when new videos come out. We are getting shot. So yeah, you can see what's going on inside of these other dimensions. As I said, you can remember to join our Discord community, get involved, talk about all things New in Town, all things Minecraft, and see what's going on in the New in Town beta. There's lots of cool stuff that is using 1.17 features. So if you're interested in any of that, interested in seeing what the new boss battle looks like, then definitely get involved with our Discord community so you can see what the beta testing process looks like. Also, if you guys want to follow me on Twitter, I'd super duper appreciate it as I grow my platform, grow my audience, and you can also support me on Patreon as well and get some cool rewards, including a customized color for your Settler's Wagon for every time you play New in Town to be hard-coded into the data pack. That is one of the rewards for one of the tiers for supporting me on Patreon, which would be just not required, but immensely appreciated. With that said, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.